guys fair warning, and I apologize for that. I did put a post out probably about half an hour or so ago that I was going to go live. My son's got a baseball game tonight. It's like an hour away from me right now, and I have to be there an hour early so they can warm up and the whole nine. So I have to go early. So I apologize. It's going to be somewhat of a shorter show today, but it's going to be a good one, 100%. So let's get into the first topic of the day. Dan Wheeler in the house. What's going on? Chopper 05. All right, so let's answer Richard's question. HCG and HMG differences. So there's a big difference in HCG and HMG. So both are great for fertility, right? HCG is used for fertility and HMG is used for fertility. Now, different in function and the way that they work. So at that point, HCG, what it does is it mimics the signal of the luteinizing hormone and mimics that signal, and that signal goes down to the testicles, and the testicles receive that instruction to say, listen, let's start working more. And what it does is it produces more testosterone, it produces more semen production. So that mimics a signal of LH, where HMG basically turns on the follicle-stimulating hormone in the body, flips that switch on, and that basically cranks on the signal from FSH, LH, down to the testicles and gets those bad boys starting to work like that, increasing more sperm. And it will raise testosterone a little bit, but I think HCG raises testosterone more than HMG would. Been using two of them. And at that point, I haven't seen anybody just taking them for testosterone levels. Usually people are taking HMG for fertility, and that's it. HCG can be used for fertility. It can be used for add-back therapy. It can also be used for raising natural testosterone production or trying to kick your testes back on. So there's a number of different functions out there. Man, we're getting a lot of interaction from TikTok and a lot of interaction from Instagram. I appreciate everybody out there. Thank you guys so much. Black reparations matter. Hanana, what's going on? Fit with Franco, let's go. What's up, brother? I hope all is well. Big shout to Dan Wheeler, always buying a badge. I hope you guys, if you guys like the content I'm pushing out, if you guys could buy a badge once in a while, that would help me out with the algorithm for Instagram, but it's not necessary. I just want you guys to be able to have this information, interact with you guys ask good questions. All right, so next question, Rafael Morris. What's great for cutting body fat? So we have so many different therapies here at Titan Medical Center that involve losing weight or burning body fat, right? Now, there's two main ones out there that are going to cut body fat, and weight loss is going to rise dramatically. Now, those two are semaglutide, or Aries injectable weight loss therapy, and tirzepatide. It's a one-a-week injection, and it's going to be great for losing weight. Now, there's also AOD 9604, which causes lipogenesis and lipolysis, so that destroys fat or uses the fat inside the body, and it also uses the incoming food for energy instead of storing it as fat in the body. It's a good one. Our ECA Stack Plus, if you're looking for energy, stimulation, thermogenesis, that is what's going to be the ECA's best attributes. It's going to help with mental clarity. It's going to give you a great amount of energy, and it's going to help with thermogenesis, raising core temperature so you can burn that good body fat. 222 at TikTok right now, one time. Wow. Katrina, what's going on? Gravity Melanie, what's going on? I hope all is doing well. If you guys got any questions out there on TikTok, shoot them out to me. If you got any questions on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, shoot them out for me. Richard's lipstick, can you take both at the same time? Yes. You can stack different therapies at the same time. Now, I wouldn't stack semaglutide, or Aries injectable weight loss therapy, and tirzepatide. They overlap to a certain degree, but what I would do is take one of those, and I would use ECA Stack Plus if you want like energy, and you could use that along with it, or you can use AOD along with it. You could actually stack all three of those together if you really, really wanted to, but I think two is going to be the gist bit of what you really need. And a lot of people out there want energy, so ECA Stack Plus is a good one. If you have cardiovascular issues, heart issues, high blood pressure, that might not be a good therapy for you. But if you're healthy and you're good to go and you're drinking a lot of caffeine anyway, whether it's cups of coffee, pre-workout, those energy shots, whatever it is, then this would be a phenomenal substitute because you wouldn't get any fillers or any garbage. It's straight ephedrine, caffeine, aspirin, and B12 and chromium in our ECA Stack Plus capsules. So it's not an injection either. Would I recommend this for diabetics? Yes. So tirzepatide, semaglutide, both type 2 diabetes medications FDA approved already. Now, semaglutide is approved also for chronic weight management, for weight loss. That's going to be a great one for controlling blood sugar and for weight loss. ECA Stack Plus, you can use that too. If you have diabetes, this is not going to affect type 2 diabetes or type 1. So you can use that along with it, and you can stack all these together. But they're phenomenal for type 2 diabetes patients, obviously. They work great with controlling A1C. They also reverse insulin resistance. So that's a big one in people. So, when you're obese and overweight, you will build up insulin resistance. If you're constantly eating sugars and stuff like that and you're spiking blood sugar, cellular deterioration is happening quicker. When you have sugar inside the blood, it's not a good thing when it's real high. So whether you get a fasting high amount, so for that, if you want to do a blood test, right, you get a glucose level. And that's a fasting glucose level. But if you don't fast, that blood sugar will be spiked, right? It'll be higher than what the normal range should be. But some people fast and that glucose level is still high. Then you want to run a hemoglobin A1C, which is a 3-month reading of your blood sugar levels inside your body, whether you fast or don't fast. And that's going to tell you truly if you're diabetic, pre-diabetic, or you're all the way to the tip, or you're all good, right? It's going to tell you where you lie and what you need to do. So that's the best thing. It's like a roadmap. Big shout out. Jay Jacobs in the house. What's going on, man? Kaji Gus said, question, you have a package called Super Soldier Serum or Captain America package. What does it consist of? What would I use for competing in bodybuilding? We don't have a Super Soldier Serum or Captain America, but we do have Hercules Potion. That's the one that everybody uses as far as for pumps, right? For more strenuous activity, for recovery, boost the immune system. That's definitely a good one out there. The other one I would do for that, maybe if you really want to build a lot of mass, is MK677, which is our therapy of the week this week, and I will be talking about very shortly. But if you combine those two, it's going to be a great little thing. Our Titan Trifecta is a 3-therapy package that has Titan Complete, ECA Stack Plus, and a Hercules Potion. That is going to be a superior package covering a number of different things that you'll need along the way if you're competing in bodybuilding or just have strenuous days throughout the week. It's going to help you guys out big time. All right. Callie Elizabeth, what's going on? Big Ronji, what's going on? Whole squad in the house. What's up, my dude? How's New York? Katrina Moo, what's going on? Gravity Melanie, what's going on? Ralphia Morris, hell yeah, what's up? Can you only use tests and one peptides, or can you use more than one peptide at a time? I just got my kit from Titan. You can use multiple peptides and multiple therapies at the exact same time, Ruben. You don't have to just use one or the other. There's no contraindications, and you can use most together, which will expedite more results in more different ways if you're using different things, right? So if you're using, let's say, BPC 157 for healing, you got test therapies, to replace your testosterone. You could take ECA Stack Plus for an energy boost, or Hercules Potion for more pumps and strenuous activity and recovery. So there's a number of different things that you could stack together. Starting out with this, that's okay too, right? And then you can see, hey, listen, this is how this has been affecting me, doing really good, and let's add something more in the mix, and let's do that. Or if you want to change the goal of what you're trying to do. Some people right off the bat want to do weight loss, right? And they want to just feel better. And then when they start feeling better and they start losing some pounds, they're like, you know what? I want to gain some more lean muscle mass. What do I need to do that? Or, my sleep could be better. Let me improve that. What can I do with you guys? And we can do all that for you guys. Peptides are not a joke. So TikTok, there's this guy, CP32020. He said peptides are a joke, LOL. So I'd have to disagree with you in many ways, shapes, and forms. Peptides are awesome, and I've used peptides to help me. And of course, I was like, before I used BPC 157 years ago, before we got it from the pharmacy, for the pharmacy, exactly, I thought, does this really work as good as people say it works? Because they're like, oh, this is the Wolverine healing drug and all this. And I had golf elbow and tennis elbow, and then I had shoulder injury. So I used a good amount of it the first time. It helped me heal in probably about 5 to 6 weeks, where I was feeling really good. And I documented all that. And it's on my social media still, where I couldn't even do 25-pound dumbbells. It hurt me that bad, especially my shoulders. So at that point, I was like, let me try this. I had my reserves about it, and it worked. And then I've used other peptides, like AOD 9604, helped tremendously. MK677, which is a peptide, works tremendously. So he's obviously never used them, another TikTok user said, because they are the real deal. Now, it depends where you get peptides from too as well. Most people just search on the internet and they get from a research and chemical site, which on their vial says not for human consumption, but they're still selling it to people to use. And people are using it and injecting their body. And it's because it's real cheap, right, to do it like that. But for us, ours come from U.S. licensed pharmacies. I had a question about that in my DM today. Like, do your peptides come from real pharmacies? And yes, they all come from U.S. licensed pharmacies prescribed in the patient's name for human consumption. So at that point, we're not making them in-house. We don't make any therapies in-house. Everything that we have comes from a pharmacy, and everything we have is prescription-based. So at that point, there's nothing that we do that we just box up and send out, okay? We don't make anything. We don't have a back room, and, trust me, you guys would flip out if you've seen where some of these guys get some of these things from and how they produce them. It's crazy. What's more affordable, HMG or HCG? HCG seems pricey lately. HCG is going to be more inexpensive than HMG usually. Usually HCG, if you're getting it manufactured, $250 to $300, 10,000 IUs. HMG, not so much. It's probably going to run you probably about $500 is usually normally the cost. It just all depends. But there are some different things out there that might work just as good too, like enclomiphene. Not clomiphene, but enclomiphene. That one's one we use for ABAC therapy for some of our patients. Great for fertility, great for boosting testosterone levels, great for raising sperm levels too as well. So that might be something you might look at, and it's less inexpensive than those two other options that you said. Jose Fern, what's going on? Carrie, how you doing? Hey, Linger, Joshua, Eddie to 81, what's going on, man? Chris Kitt, what's going on? Albertson Icon, Wicked M3. Dwayne, what's going on? Hulk Squad said MK677 is the bomb when it comes to gaining muscle mass. It truly is, man. Raises IGF-1 levels, increases G-relin, so you can eat more, take more calories in. It's going to help you, with raising IGF-1 levels. That's like anti-aging all there, but it's great for recovery too, to help you build more muscle mass more quicker. Mike Oliver, what's going on? Mr. and Mrs. Caldron, what's up, bro? I hope all is well. Jay Bedala, what's going on? I use BPC by the gallons. Me too. BPC has been a game changer for me. It's kept me out of the OR, the operating room. I've got slap tears in both shoulders, and I'm still able to lift every day, thank God. I'm not going crazy heavy, but, like when I bench press, I usually pyramid up. And at my third and fourth set, I'm usually doing 275, which isn't bad. I could probably go to 315, but it's not bad. I put up 12 reps on both of them. I'm happy with that, and I just move on, and I just want to look good, feel good, and I want to make sure I don't get injured. So it's the best way for me, and everything's working very well so far. So hopefully I can stay out of the OR as much as possible. You're the man. I appreciate that so much. Titan all the way. I appreciate you. I'm sorry, I don't read Spanish. I apologize, Fitness JMP. Level Blue, Bugsy, what's going on?
He's asking how we apply to Titan, and is there a way for him to gain more muscle?
Yes. So it's real easy to become a patient. All you guys got to do first step is call or text us, 727-389-3220, or you can fill out the new patient paperwork right on the website, titanmedicalcenter.com. That'll come right to us, and we'll call you and get you all set up too as well. Just K. Bowers, what's going on? How you doing today? If you guys got any other questions, please let me know. How should the Titan be applied, and does it increase my muscle mass? So there's different Titan therapies, and these will work in different ways, from helping recovery, from raising IGF-1 levels. So there's a number of different therapies out there that can help you gain lean muscle mass, okay? All right, so let's talk about MK677. So, right, what he's talking about, if you want to build more muscle mass, increase your strength, and much, much more than our MK677, ibutamoren oral therapy might be the therapy for you. This is great for a number of different people out there that are, 1, trying to gain lean muscle mass, 2, want to sleep better, 3, raise IGF-1 levels. This is going to help in a number of different ways. So with this, it's an oral therapy you take once a day. Now with this therapy, just as a warning to you guys, it's going to make you severely hungry, famished hungry. So when you take it, I don't care if you ate 3 meals beforehand, you're going to want to be prepared. Have some good food that you can munch on. Have some water you guys can drink. The biggest thing I can say for this, you're going to want to drink a lot of water, and you're going to want to eat good food, because this is going to pack it on you real quick. And you don't want to be just eating garbage. I'm telling you, if you have a whole bunch of garbage in your house and you take this MK, you're going to want to eat anything. I don't care if you're so self-sustained that you don't think that you will do it, and self-controlled, you will go after it. I promise you. I promise. That was one thing for me. It just makes you want to eat. But it's good because you're getting in the calories, right? Your body needs that to grow. Think of a plant. It needs water, it needs sunlight, and nutrients to grow. Same with you. We're just like that. Okay, so MK is done orally by one capsule. Ibutamoren, it's a peptide. Before, when it first came out, people were calling it a SARM. It's not a select androgen receptor modulator. It does nothing for testosterone levels. All it does is raise IGF-1 levels. So that is the biggest takeaway from MK677. Better strength, right? Building more lean muscle mass, right? Helping you get to sleep better and helping you take in more calories. This is what MK677 is going to do for you. So if you're looking to do that, then this would be the therapy you guys want to try, and let me know how it goes. All right? Put on quality size. Absolutely, Christian, for sure. That's what this does. It's one of the best, for sure. Louis Pino, what's going on? Nips 0311, Matt Langford, what's going on? That old school John, how you doing there? If you have any questions, guys, shoot them out to me. I've got about 5 minutes left before I got to go. MK677 also does not require blood work. All you have to do is fill out the new patient paperwork. You're going to do a medical consult with one of our providers. And don't worry, if you're not here in the state of Florida and you can't come in the office, we can service you via telemedicine, via video conference. It will be recorded and put in your personal file. The consultation is usually $100 if it's just one of these. If it's hormones and we're going to blood work, it's usually $150. I want to make sure that I made that clear out there because some people definitely said, like, you don't say that in the videos. So I want to make sure that it's clear and there's nothing hitting because I'm very transparent what goes on here and what you're going to be doing here. Stomach busted eating with MK. For sure, MK will make you pack it in. It definitely will. The best thing I say is like maybe take it on an empty stomach or take it at night, right before you go to bed, like directly right before you go to bed. As you're laying down, just reach over, grab the pillow, drink the water, and close your eyes and go to sleep. Or if you're in the morning, take it in the morning. You're going to get so hungry, you can have that good first meal, right? And then you're on the way and you're rocking and rolling all day long. So some people, it does make tired, right? It made me a little bit tired. So that's why I don't tell people to take it in the morning. But some people aren't affected that way. Like Drew, he can take it in the morning and be totally fine. Me, if I take it in the morning, I'm going to get a little tired. So that's why I like to take it at night, all right? So you guys know that. What's your best fat burner supplement or medication? Our Aries injectable weight loss therapy, semaglutide, or Tears of Peptide. These are the best on the market, guaranteed. And they're great as far as you can take it for long extended periods of time. They're good healthy-wise. There's one or two contraindications, but minimal, right? No stimulant effects whatsoever. So it's a really, these are two great therapies for weight loss and fat burning. Superior to anything I've ever seen on the market to this date. Now, hopefully they're working on something better, but I don't know what else you can get better than this. So these are the best ones you're going to get. Tears of Peptide or Aries injectable weight loss therapy, semaglutide. These do not require blood work at all either. All you have to do is fill out the new patient paperwork. You'll see our medical provider, and you're good to go to order these therapies. Okay? It's great for the skinny guys who says I can never pack on weight. MK is definitely great for the skinnier guys out there. Even I've had some girls on it too. I've had some girls that want to get the booty, and their whole life they haven't been able to gain no weight. And these girls, they're not eating like salads. They're putting down some calories. I'm like, damn, like this girl's like really an ectomorph. She can't really keep it on. And at that point, man, you put on some MK, they're going to want to eat. And I always tell them, like, listen, if you think you're packing on too much or too many calories, stop taking it. That's the good thing about it. You can stop taking it, and there's no down effect. There's no negative effect. There's no shutting down your natural production of anything. So that's a plus with MK2 as well. I think that's really about it. All right, so 2 topics of the day. DeSantis takes over the Disney district, punishing the company. If you guys didn't know, 3 years ago when the pandemic happened, or about that 2.5, here in Florida, there was a bill put in place, don't say gay. And it didn't mean that you can't say gay. I think the bill was named kind of wrong because it's a little confusing. But it was basically for kindergarten or 3rd grade, not teaching sexuality to these kids. Okay, that's a little bit better when it sounds like that. But basically, with Walt Disney, they had a lot of pressure during this time to come out and speak against it, and they did. And when they came out and spoke against it, they probably should have looked, at all the fine print of what their documents said, because at that point, DeSantis, who's the governor of Florida, said, you know what? Basically, what Disney does is Disney owns the land that they are on. They were given it to it by the state of Florida so they can own everything. They collect taxes in their land. They control all the water, the electricity, the security, police. Everything is owned by Disney. Well, when this happened, DeSantis said, you know what? You guys are going to pay for this. And what did he do? He put a bill in place. It was a special session, and they voted against Disney keeping their own land. And now, today, it's in control of the state of Florida and DeSantis. And DeSantis is putting 5 people, as a board of 5 people, who are going to control this land. But Disney is going to hurt big time. So if you own stock in Disney, it's probably going to go down just a little bit because they're going to lose out on all the tax money and all the benefits that they had with this land and property here in Florida. So I want to see how bad it's really going to get. Just yes, I suggested MK to one of my lady friends who wants to add muscle. See, that's good for some ladies out there. Said Jordan, what's going on, bro? Hope all is well. Austrian Powers, I seen your DM today. I'm looking into it personally. I'm the CEO, man, and so I want to make sure that you're getting the credit that you should be, all right? And I appreciate anybody that does send people our way. I want to make sure I take care of you guys too. So let me know if you guys do, and I'll make sure I do. Price list, we don't really have price lists. We're not one of those companies, hey, here's a price list, pick what you want. It's more like, hey, these are therapies. Now, if you call and then ask, like, hey, I want to get this therapy, we will tell you the prices. And if you had something in the mind, I could tell you them too. All right, so the next one, zero-calorie sweetener linked to heart attack and stroke, study finds. Erythritol. So that's the substitute we're talking about today. And we're talking about how this is, and I've been talking about this a lot the last couple of years, how sugar substitutes are not really better than regular sugar. You know, yeah, there's 0 calorie. That's the big thing. That's the marketing game, right? It's 0 calorie. It's not going to spike blood sugars. But is it going to do other harmful effects to the body? And there's a ton of different studies out there. And it's hard to even judge by studies because the lobbyists these days, are these good studies? Are these bad studies? But when you start looking at multiple studies and they really start pointing to the right direction or the thing that's happening, you know, this could be a big issue with people out there. So if you're taking artificial sweeteners of some kind, and erythritol is one of the one I'm talking about today, then you might want to look at changing over to possibly sugar. You know, I know it might raise blood sugar levels and stuff like that, but this could be doing you more damage in the long run than helping you. And you think, hey, listen, it's 0 calorie, it's not going to blood sugar spike, you know, this is better for my health, and this is what I need to do because the doctor said, I need to stay away from sugar, John. I gotta control my blood sugars. And there's different ways to control blood sugars too as well. And there's different medications out there like semaglutide or Peptide. They're going to help in a number of different ways, and plus they control blood sugar. Also, metformin on the market in oral form. There's a lot of different things out there that you can do to all balance, per se, some of these different things. And even if you are taking sugar, low amounts of sugar is not bad, right? But high amounts of sugar is what we need to stay away from. So just, you know, look at some of the different things and, you know, maybe you don't need to eat those foods at all. Maybe, you know, that's just what you need to stay away from. If you're getting cookies and they have artificial sweeteners in there, maybe you need to stay away from cookies. Maybe you just need to go to some fruit, something like that. Something more natural to you and natural to your body that's going to process better. A lot of people like allulose, yes, that or cellulose. So many of these substitutes have so many side effects. The FDA is actually a little kinder to allulose, but who knows why? Yeah, exactly. It's all a money thing to me. Lisa Marie Inked. What's up, Lisa? We want to see you in the Tight Medical Center offices. We miss you. I want to see your face one of these days. You got to let us know. The Haitian Hawk, what's going on? Cannon Arm, John. I appreciate it. Wow. Free to fill people as well for blood work. Seth Jordan, if you did, make sure they say your name, and I'll make sure you get credit too as well. So you can apply it to anything you need in the future, whether it's blood work, you want to try one of the therapies or whatever it may be. I really appreciate all you guys. La Santola? How you doing? I hope all is well. Definitely missed you, Lisa. You definitely got to come by. Tommy Mixer, looking like a football player, John. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know, I've tried to slim up in these days. When I started Titan, it was like 230, 225. And I look a hell of a lot better now, and I feel a hell of a lot better. You know, before it was the bigger the better, right? And now, you know, quality over quantity all the way through and through whatever I do. So I appreciate all you guys joining me. I got to run because I got to go to a baseball game. I'm a coach. And I got to make sure that these kids are warming up. I'm only an assistant this year, so I made sure that I didn't get all the responsibility. But I got to go, so I appreciate all you guys joining me. Thank you so much. I hope I answered some of you guys' questions or help you guys out. I'm here with you guys every Tuesday for Titan Talk Tuesday at 6 p.m. with me, John, CEO of Titan Medical Center. So I appreciate all you guys. If you have any questions, you guys can DM us, call or text us, 727-389-3220. You can ask us about any of our therapies, what be best for you. We service 49 different states nationwide with all our therapies. The only one that's out is Idaho, so if you're in that state, I'm sorry. But everywhere else, we service and we can help you guys feel better, look better, and perform better every single day with Titan Medical Center Therapies. Thank you so much. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week with me, John Tsikouris of Titan Medical Center on Titan Talk Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Appreciate it. Love you guys, and I'm out.